Welcome, Flyers fans. You're listening to Chris Mayer, Flyers Fan Mania 93 on YouTube.
Have you ever, watched the hockey game and been like, that kind of felt a lot like last game? That is exactly what I said to myself after this game. Exactly what I said to myself. Look, I'm not happy, I was happy after last night's game because they at least were able to come back and win it. And it was their first game in 11 days, and, it was more because they had a chance tonight to correct everything that went wrong last night. And they didn't do that. Look, I understand it's a different process, and there's been a lot of different things that have gone in the right direction for them, and they are finding ways to win games. They really are. I mean, it's just mind-boggling the opportunities they had in this game to tie it, especially in the third period. And they tie it off of a really good play by a defenseman who hasn't played great recently, and they end up getting a point out of it. So there's that. I'm going to start with the negatives in this one too, because you had a bit of a different lineup, and even before the game started, Mike Yeo had said that they got into their hotel last night at 4:30 in the morning. Now, if that's just them getting in, God knows what time the players ended up going to bed, getting up, all of that stuff. So, obviously that played into effect, and you're also on a back-to-back. Sharks had a couple of days off. I'm not making an excuse. I'm just objectively saying that is part of the reason and reasons of what had, could have happened in this game and why certain things went the way they did. Lines in this game were a little different. Jax Cates slips in, Nick Seeler slips in, and Felix Sandstrom is in that. He makes his NHL debut. Absolutely fantastic. Made 43 saves. That's the most all-time by a Flyers goaltender in their NHL debut and their Flyers debut. So that's amazing. And Sandstrom breaks a record right there. So that's great company for him. And he was the sole reason why the Flyers legit had a chance in this game late in the third, and really throughout it, because if he didn't show up tonight, this game would have been a lot worse than what the scoreboard was. So, the lines in this game: JVR, Giroux, Atkinson, Wilman, Hayes, Farabee, Lindblom, Frost, Konechny, Cates, Brown, McEwen, Provorov, Braun, Sanheim, Risto, Yandel, Sealer, and as I said, Sandstrom in net. So, overall, pretty solid lines, and on paper they look good. Some lines, again, it's just a lot of guys look so out of sync, and they just look slow. They don't look like they're playing together. And again, talking about the negatives, it was just a lot of the similar things from last night. It was just moving the puck too close. Their gaps weren't great. Dumping the puck in on the power play. I mean, the power play was brutal in this game. Just not moving your feet, reaching, slow to react. It's a combination. It was just like a whirlwind of a bunch of different things that just kind of come together, and it really did hurt them. And they got the first goal in this game off a play where in the first period, it felt like that was the goal they scored, the Frost goal. Felt like that was the only time the Flyers attacked through the neutral zone with speed. The only time. And they do it because Konechny realized he had ice, and they were able to do that. And before that, they had a 4-on-2, and it looked like it was like the slowest developing 4-on-2 I've ever seen develop. And they still got a chance out of it. Ristolainen almost scored in close on Reimer. And I'm thinking to myself, if they just move with a little more urgency, they would legit actually get a better scoring chance from moving the puck quicker. That's how it is. So they get a goal, beautiful play all around. The pass, just getting through the zone, good play by Konechny to understand that. The pass by Lindblom down low, over, and Frost slam dunk. Great play. And they have a 1-0 lead. And honestly, I thought the first couple minutes of the second period were good for them. They got the puck in San Jose zone. They moved it around. They went point to point. They got the defense pinched. And they actually had zone time. That was something that they didn't have. And I was like, all right, maybe they'll be able to continue this. And then they get a power play. And you would think that the power play would help them. But no! It's mind-boggling to me. The power play doesn't help them. And San Jose, granted, it's a really bad bounce on Yandel. I get that. But Jesus, that was just brutal. Brutal. And Couture scores, nothing Sandstrom could do. And the Flyers did absolutely nothing with the power play after that. And then 3 guys go to 1, And Burns is wide open, and Sandstrom's standing there, and the puck's already in the net. It's like, it just felt like in the 3-minute span, it was like, dude, it was kind of like they forgot how to play hockey for 3 minutes, and it killed them. It killed them. And it felt like, again, and the rest of the second period, that was all San Jose. In the Flyers' end, just dominating, cycling. You remember, Sandstrom was making a bunch of different saves. It just was over and over and over again. It's like the same thing. Again, I feel like it's last year. Because last year, I sat here, and I repeated myself every single video. And it was over and over and over again. And I hated doing it because I didn't know what else to say. And now I feel like I'm getting to that point. It's like, I get it, they're winning games, and they're finding ways to win games, unbelievably. And like, the way that they're playing, obviously isn't sustainable. Like, you have to play better, and they have enough talent to do that. But, like, it's just mind-boggling how you have a power play like that, and you do nothing with it. And then you just let the guy walk in, and it's, oh, God. So, those were more negatives in this game. And then, arguably the worst sequence of this game for them. Before they get this 5-on-3 power play, JVR is tripped up. No call. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, there's at least a makeup call coming. And Sanheim is a play at the point, tries to get a shot through, it's blocked, goes out, hurdle, penalty. It's a hooking call, okay. Well, JVR is tripped on the faceoff right away by Burns. And the Flyers have the faceoff. They looked out of sync from not even the drop of the puck. Like, they looked so out of sync that Mike Yeo at the next whistle took a timeout. That's how out of sync they looked. And as Yo's doing that, I'm thinking to myself, are they really that out of sync on a 5-on-3 power play that they had to call a timeout? Because to me, that wasn't to be like, okay, let's take a breath here. Like, that was like, we're so out of sync, let's take a timeout right here. That's what that seemed like to me, because it was just I could just read the body language of Giroux off the faceoff. You can go back and watch it. He's trying to tell Atkinson something, Provorov something else, and Provorov didn't even look like he knew to get the puck, because I don't think that's what he was told to do. You know what I mean? Like, it was just so weird, and they didn't look right off the setup. They had Atkinson high, Giroux low, Farabee was over here, and Atkinson was starting to creep to the middle, and they had no other option, so Farabee had to cut up. And there was just no play. And they look so out of sync, so they take the timeout. And then they do absolutely nothing with it. And I mean nothing. They moved the puck a couple times. Lost 2 puck battles. Down, up 2 men. Lost 2 puck battles, by the way. And they just do nothing with it. Nothing at all. And, yeah, I mean, that was it. And then at that point, they at least were able to come back. So let's talk about the positives. I know I've been negative for a couple minutes here. Let's talk about the positives. There aren't many, because this game was pretty brutal. And Sandstrom was obviously great. That was one thing. He made many good saves in the first period to keep the lead. Wasn't much he could do on either goal. But one thing I will say with this team is, look, as much as it's been hard to watch this team over the years, I've had this wristband. You might have noticed it. I have this wristband, and it's an orange wristband, and it's from like 2014 or something like that. And it's very old, as you can tell. It's faded. It's got a little Flyers logo on it, and it says "Relentless." I know you can't really see it, but I'm just gonna try to flip it around a couple times, and hopefully you pick that up as I'm doing it. Anyway, this team is relentless as all hell. I mean, anything that comes their way, it's like they're able to battle the adversity, and that was something last year that they couldn't do. And right now, they're finding ways to pick up as many points as possible. They're 5-1-1 in their last 7, and they get a point out of this game, and they score a goal from Farabee late in the third, and it's like it's unbelievable. It really is. And I know they lost the game, but I am glad that they at least got a point out of this, because this was not a game they deserved to have any sort of a chance to even remotely get close to 1 point in. And they at least got the 1. And 2 was just wishful thinking at that point. So, look, I'm really glad that they were at least able to get 3 out of a possible 4 in a back-to-back. First 2 games in 11 days. With travel and, getting late into a hotel, I don't know what time the players even went to sleep. And they've also been, they're out of their first line center. They're out one of their best defensemen. COVID's been hitting them. They've been kind of been hit with the injury bug since the whole 10-game losing streak. And they're still finding ways to win games. And forgot to mention they're also out their franchise goaltender. So there you go. Look, it's tough because there's a lot of different things that are going on with this team. And right now they're 1 point behind a wild card spot. And they're around 500. They're one game over 500. So take that as it is. And it's a long season. There's still a lot of games left. And that is the last game for 2021. And hopefully they can move into 2022 and be able to pick up some wins and get back on a good note. But yeah, I mean, look, it's been tough with this team. And I think right now, if they're at least just able to pick up some wins, and they've been doing that, and if they can continue that, then that'll be okay. And for right now, it is what it is. But right now you have a day off tomorrow, and then you go into LA. So take the day off, use it wisely, get some rest, and go beat the Kings. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to check out Butt Ends. Use code PHI for 10% off any order there. Also, Garrett Group Construction, any home improvement needs. Again, thank you guys for watching. I will talk to you all again soon, and let's go Flyers.